Good morning, children, to you all. We are going to start report writing today. I'm not sure whether you've done it, but then I'm just going to teach you all over again. No problem, even if you have done it before, or if I have taught you before. So, now, what is report writing? I don't know if you all have opened a newspaper to read it. Now, report writing is exactly like the article that you read in the newspaper, news that you read in the newspaper. Okay, when you read your newspaper, you see on any topic you pick or you decide to read, it will first begin with a heading. Yes, and that heading tells you a general idea of what the report is about. By reading the heading, you come to know what the report is about. Correct? That's the way you should write your heading. It shouldn't leave people guessing as to what the report is about. Okay, it should be clear what the report is about. And it's just like the way you are going to write in the newspaper. Only thing is, you will have by, reported by. When you are writing for your exams, you will have reported by added over there. Okay. So now let's see what a report is and how to write it. What is the format? Report writing. What is a report? A report is an account of something that is seen, observed, or done. Broadly speaking, a report consists of three main parts, namely the headline, the dateline, and the body. So, a report is made up of three main parts. That is the headline, that is your main title. Okay, then what the report is about. Then you have the dateline, that's where you have your date and the place. Now, your headline also consists of by, like reported by. That is also comes under headline. Okay, then you have the dateline where you have not only the date, you also have the place. Like your report is about, say, Fatima High School, then you will write the Badlapur. If your report is about something in uh, say the Taj Hotel, then you will have as Fort or VT or Churchgate or whatever it is. Okay, Gateway of India, that place, Bombay, you will have it as Bombay. Clear? So the place where the incident happened, that's the name of the place that you will write over there, and the date when you are writing. Okay. Now, and then the last part is the body. The body is the main part where you write, like how you write, you are writing. When you read the article, you have a body. Now, the body can be, if it's not very long, just one part or maybe two or three. Okay. So you can decide as per what you are writing about, whether you want to divide it into two or three parts or just write one para. It's better not to write just one para, at least have two parts in your report. Now, one thing to remember, very important, I'm just giving you a gist of everything and then I will read it, is when you're writing a report, remember, you are reporting something that has happened. Means you are just relating, you are just telling about something that happened. You are not going to say, you are that I saw this. You are going to say that this happened. You are not involved anywhere in what you saw. Okay, like supposing you went to attend the Republic Day flag hoisting. So you are going to write about everything that happened on that day, what happened during the program, who inaugurated it, who was the chief guest, and all the from the beginning till the end. You are not going to say that I saw the program or I liked it or I didn't like it or it should have been this way. So none of your opinion should be in the report at all. No, I, me, my, should not be there. Okay, because that involves you. You are not to be involved when you are writing a report. You are just relating, you are just telling what you saw. Clear? This is what happened, this is the way the program was conducted. That's the end. Clear? So your opinion, the reporter's ideas, the reporter's opinion, the reporter thoughts should not be in a report. You're just supposed to tell about the facts about what happened. Okay, there. Now let's read. Okay, so say for example, if I give you a report, I tell you write a report on say the Teachers' Day celebration in your school, then you are not supposed to say we the children did this or we gave the teacher. No, you will say the children, or Teachers' Day was celebrated in Fatima High School, and the children decided to do this for their teacher. The children cut a cake for the teacher. The teacher was very happy. You will not say my teacher was very happy. You will not say I gave a teacher a gift. You will say every child gave a gift, or whoever had bought a gift presented it to the teacher and brought a smile on the teacher's face, or whatever it is. Okay, then you will not say at the end of the day we all went home. No, the children all went home at the end of the day. The teacher and the children both were happy. Okay, that's the way you will say it, even though you are part of the program. So when you have write a report, even though you are part of the program, this is the way you will write. You're not going to write as if you were part of the program. You're going to see as if you write as if you were an outsider who was watching the program, and then now you are telling others about the program, what you saw. Clear? Okay, so now let's read. How to write a good report. A report should have a detailed and comprehensive account of an event or incident. So whatever you are telling, not just tell in shortcut that there will be questions in the people's mind that अरे what happened here and what happened there. तो जब आपका रिपोर्ट जो भी पढ़ेगा, उनके मन में कोई सवाल नहीं उठना चाहिए उस रिपोर्ट के बारे में. अंडरस्टूड? कि इस इंसिडेंट के बारे में अरे ये क्या हुआ. सपोजिंग यू आर टॉकिंग ऑफ a train accident. You're talking of train accident, and then you're not going to tell how many people died or how many people were injured or how the accident happened. What is the use of your report? So you are leaving some questions unanswered. You are not answering all the questions. So when you are writing a report, you should try to cover everything. Okay, the idea must be original and factual, relevant and adequate. So whatever you're talking about should be facts. It should be original. Why original? Sometimes you have many, three, four people writing a report. Now, if you're going to copy that person's report, is it original? No. So that's what they mean by original, means you will say things in your own words. Okay, no copy paste. And it should be factual, means it should be the real fact, what is happening actually happened. Relevant means all the important points should be there. Adequate means it should be sufficiently long, not just 3 lines or 4 lines. Okay. Do not include your own viewpoints, personal comments, or opinions on the topic. Such as explain. A good report demands more than just correct English. So, the most important thing in a good report is that the English should be right, grammatically right, your sentences should be formed properly, spellings right. Okay, it requires a good and effective presentation so as to capture and sustain the interest of the reader. So, the way you are writing your report, not just good English, but the way you are writing your report, you should be able to see that the reader reads the whole article, wants to read the whole article, feels interested to know what happened. Yes, आधा पढ़ के अरे इतना boring है चलो छोड़ दे. It shouldn't be that way. Your article should be very interesting. Next, pay attention to the vocabulary, that is the words, phrases, and idiomatic expressions, means muhavre. Okay, so you can add idioms in that, you can add phrases, words, all that should be good, proper English. No writing Hindi words when you're writing an English report. Clear? And the construction of sentence. So you should also pay attention how you're forming your sentences. Proper sentence construction. Language must be clear, precise, and concise. So this is your language must be very, very clear. Everyone should understand. Make sure the report reads well as a composite whole. It shouldn't be just a bundle of disjointed information. So maybe you have a lot of information, but you have not put it in the proper way. Yes, you have to say whatever you have to say in a proper and complete manner. Okay, the format of a report. Every report is written in three main parts. I just told you this: the headline, the byline, the dateline, and the bodyline. Headline and the byline are the same. Okay, I mean it's included in one. So the first, the headline, it must be catchy and center justified. Means when you're writing your headline, it should be the center of the page. It shouldn't be to your right or it shouldn't be to your left. You should think how long a title you are going to give, headline you're going to give. According to that, you will start writing. If it's small, it will be right in the center. If it's little long, it will be little towards your left, and then going. Try to see that it occupies a center space in your report. Okay. and it should be catchy, something that someone reads your headline, they want to read the whole article. Okay, without any articles and in the present tense. So they should, mostly you don't have a, the, and in your headlines. You will say, you will just say a man was killed. No, man killed by stranger. Finish. You don't say a man was killed by a stranger. No, man killed by stranger. That's will be your heading. The articles are not there. Okay, the byline, that is reported by. It must be placed at the left hand margin followed by a comma. So generally after you write reported by and the name, you have a comma. Now, as per the board pattern or rule, the new rule, okay, there were many old rules and it's so confusing, but then this is the new rule that they have. I don't know now by the time you all reach to the 10th whether it's going to remain the same. Your teacher will teach you when it changes. Okay, now what's there at present is that when you write reported by, you are supposed to write your real name. Like supposing I am writing, I will write reported by Janice Furtado, unless and until in the question they give you, you are reporter Amit Shah. Okay, and you have to report on the annual day of your school, so then you will write reported by Amit Shah. Clear? You will not write your real name. Or the best, if you don't want to write your real name, you can write by student reporter. Finish. But if they have given you a name, if Amit Shah has given you, have to write Amit Shah. If you don't want to write your real name, you will write student reporter. Clear? So you read the question first and you see whether they have given a name in that this person is reporting, then that will reported by, that name will come. Otherwise, your real name or student report. Okay, so now I'm just reading it. It also contains the name of the reporter. If the reporter's name is given in the question, you'll write that name. Otherwise, your own real name. Example, reported by Jayan Shinde or reported by student reporter. Okay, now next, the date line. Now, what is a date line? The date line on which the report is being made and the name of the city. Here, what must be there? You will have the name of the city and then you will have the date. First, you will have the name of the city. Okay, like as I told you, Mumbai, Thane, Badlapur, that will come first. And then you have the date, like 18th October. The year is not very important, but still you can just, now we are in 20, okay, 2020. So don't write 2020, just write 20 and make two crosses or whatever the year is, 2020. Since you're writing now, you can write 2020. Clear? Okay. After that, you will have two colon marks. Yes, a colon mark. You will not have semicolon. You'll have a colon after that. And then you start your main article, what you are writing about. That is your body. So your date line and the body will be on the same line, not two different lines. Okay, next thing you should remember, once you have written your heading, that's at the center of the page, leave a line and then write your reported by to the left towards your margin. Then leave a line and write the name of the place and the date, and on the same line write your body. Okay, so I'm repeating again. Heading in the center, left hand, leave a line, left hand margin, reported by, leave a line, the place and the date, and on the same line continue with the body, that is the main article. So now let's read the body. This may be divided into three small paragraphs, each containing information in descending order of importance. So the most important thing should be right on top. Okay, like say you're talking of an accident. So what met with an accident? A train and a bus. So which train? Okay, whether it was a school bus, a general bus, a public bus, where the accident took place, at the railway crossing, which railway crossing, when it took place, at what time, and what was the reason. Okay, all that will be in the main para. Then you will have afterwards that so many were injured, so many were hospitalized. Then you will have like the minister came to visit them and this is the compensation given to them. Yes, and they were treated in such and such hospital, they were rushed to this hospital or that hospital. That all will come later on. Okay, so the introductory para must be the expansion of the headline and as such must contain details of the events being reported. So whatever your headline is, that's exactly what you will tell more about in the first stanza in detail. Use questions such as what, when, where, how, why to develop the first para. So when you're saying like your accident, why did this accident take place? Okay, why was it not a manned railway crossing? Yes, it was an unmanned railway crossing. So why didn't the train stop? Or was it at too great a speed? Or why didn't the bus stop? So that's what you can say why or when. This is all the questions that you will put or you will answer. Clear? Now I'm sure I'm just repeating again. First line, the heading right in the center. Leave a line. Your by reported by left hand margin. Leave a line, place, date, and then continue on the same line your body of the letter. Now, there is no rule, no hard and fast rule like you have to leave a line or you don't have to leave a line. It's up to you. Generally, if your line is ending on the last uh, last end of your page, and you want to start a new para, how do you know? You're not supposed to leave two finger space. You have to start from the margin. Clear? Next para also will start from the margin. So it would be better to leave a line. So you decide when you're writing how your report should be, whether you need to leave a line between each para or no. Whether you leave a line or you don't leave a line, that doesn't come in the format of the letter. There's no rule for that. But only rule is what I told you is your heading in the center, leave a line, reported by on the left hand side, leave a line, your name of the place, date, and then you start your body. This much is your format for which you get marks separately besides what you have written. If your format is wrong, you will get less marks. Clear? Okay. Now let's see the model that I have given you. You have just returned after your first experience of the kite festival in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. You were thrilled with the festivities. Write a short report about the kite festival for your local newspaper. Give an attractive headline, a dateline, and an account of the kite festival. Write the report in third person with more use of passive voice. Now, this is from your textbook, page 65. Okay, so this you can easily write because you have done the lesson of the kite festival. So, you have to write basically whatever is information you have got from there, what you can get from there, put it in this, just describe it in your own words and imagine that you were over there and you saw all this and you're reporting all this. Clear? So now the answer. The title is written Flying High by a student reporter. Ahmedabad Seattle Place. Then you have the date. January 16th. Okay, this is a little wrong. It should be 16 January. So I've made a typing mistake. 16 January and then the year. Okay, but this is not the way we follow. We follow the British. This is the American one. This should come here when I have typed it wrong. The skies of Ahmedabad were filled with brilliant colors throughout the 14th of January, when people from all walks of life were seen flying their kites across the great blue sky. So you're telling how people from every part, every we can say occupation, whatever age, whatever they are doing, every different types of people came to take part in the kite flying festival. Many groups of flyers engaged in competition and shouts of jubilation were heard, and laughter and joy was observed on the faces of the victorious. Means they had the competition, and whoever won was very, very happy, and they were laughing and they were shouting, and their faces were also happy. A wide variety of kites in all shapes and sizes, bearing rich colors, was seen gaily swaying or drifting across the sky. So, why drifting? The kites that have got cut will just drift away. Yes, because they're not tied to that manja. Whereas the other ones will be flying very nicely in the sky with different colors. So, making the sky look very, very nice. Different colors, different shapes. Earlier during the week, customers searched the markets even through the night to make their purchases, thus keeping their stocks ready. So even throughout the whole, this is what they're doing, whole night they had the 24-hour thing. So the market and they kept all their stocks of kites in case one got cut, they had another one ready. The kite vendor did brisk business. Brisk means quick business towards the festival date. Means as the date came closer, he had more and more business, with the markets remaining open for all 24 hours of the day during the last week. Sweetmeat shops mean mithai ka dukan. Okay, sweetmeat shops means mithai ka dukan. Shops that sell sweets. Also reported an increase in the sale of traditional sweets. So during the Kite festival, you have some traditional type of sweets being made. Those sweets were sold in a larger quantity. Okay. Later, with the onset of nightfall, colorfully lit lanterns were set afloat in the sky as if they were competing with the radiance of the stars. It was an amazing sight to the eye. Okay, this is the my page. You don't write this in as part of your report. Okay, so that's the end of your report. You don't write anything else. This is the end of the report. This is my page. That's why I have written this, my document. Okay, so we go to the next example. Model 2. Draft a report on an anti-pollution drive. Answer. Save Our Earth drive launched. So, by a student reporter. See, on the left-hand side, after leaving a line, by a student reporter. Mumbai, 12th Jan. See, this is the proper way. 12th Jan 2020. On Saturday morning at the other TT, a large gathering of people from all walks of life, both young and old, converged. Converge means together, came together to launch the Save Our Earth project organized by an NGO. Addressing is speaking to the gathering, to the people gathered. The Minister of State Transport expressed the need to make vehicular pollution laws more stringent. Stringent means strict. So he's saying most of the pollution is because of the vehicles. So we need to make the laws connected to the vehicles more strict, especially in a city like Mumbai, where vehicles are the biggest source of pollution, as exhaust fumes account for 65% of the total air pollution. So the air pollution, 65% of it is because of the pollution from the vehicles. People were encouraged to use public transport or pool private vehicles, and even better to cycle or walk short distances. So, yes, so people were encouraged to public transport means the trains, the buses, where in one vehicle more people can travel. Rather than if you're going by your own scooter, your own car, hardly one or two or four or five people can go the most. Whereas if you go in a bus, you go in a train, you have more people who can travel. Yes, so less pollution. Or pool private vehicles. So if one person is going from the same building in the same direction, he can take two, three other people along with him. So instead of three of them taking three different vehicles, three of them travel in one vehicle. So it's called pooling. And even better to cycle or walk short distances. An awareness program in the form of a skit and a song and dance session was to be conducted at all public places, highlighting the need to conserve our resources, particularly the natural ones. So, importance was given to saving or preserving our natural resources. Yes, posters were put up in residential complexes on the urgency of planting trees in the surrounding. So they said it's very urgent and very necessary that you plant more trees. Various competitions and contests were organized in schools, colleges, and educational institutions. The mayor, in her address, strongly protested against the use of non biodegradable material, especially plastic. So, here who was there in this meeting? The mayor. Mayor was called and she gave a speech and she spoke of not using plastic, okay, or using less of plastic. She also urged the citizens to conserve electricity. Conserve means preserve, save. Urge means to, it's not force, but force in a very gentle manner, okay? Electricity and limit the use of paper. All in all, it was observed that taking into account the efforts and tasks undertaken in this venture, in this program, this what they decided to do, this project would be a runaway success, means would be very successful. So I told you use idioms, runaway success. It's an idiom. So all in all is another idiom. So this you should use this type of what you say muhavre in Hindi, okay, to make it more attractive. Now the third model. Model example. The third, write a report on the singing competition held in your school. Now, talent shine at Fatima. So you know your school's name is Fatima. So that's what I wrote over here. By student reporter Badlapur for January, whatever. Fatima High School Badlapur held a singing competition for students, which saw the rise of many beautiful and melodious voices. The competition began with the students of Standard 5. All the competitors were judged on the basis of their choice of song, voice, clarity, throw, and pitch. So they were judged on all this. You have to tell on what it was judged. The competition was judged by three judges, one of whom was the principal Reverend Father Remedios Gonsalves, who himself is a wonderful singer. When the last performer from Standard 9 had sung a song, the principal gave a short speech praising as well as advising the participants. On popular demand, Father Principal enthralled the audience with a soulful and melodious voice. Enthrall means you can say captivative also. Okay, captivated the audience. The winners were then announced amidst loud cheering and clapping by the audience. The program ended with a vote of thanks, after which all dispersed to their respective classes. See, nowhere in this whole program have I said, and then we went to our own respective classes. No, I could have said, but all went to their respective classes. I said, and we clapped. You can say, we clapped, we liked his singing. No, no way I've used those words. You should remember, you are only an outsider watching the program and now telling about the program. Okay? Okay, now homework. Write a report on the Ganesh festival celebrated in your colony, your building or area, whatever, wherever it was celebrated. You have seen it. So you will tell how many days the Ganpati was there, how many days, and what preparations were made. Yes, how did you all celebrate it for all those days? Maybe you all had an eco-friendly Ganpati. Maybe you didn't have in your building, you had in your house. So how you celebrated it? Okay. So but you will not say I celebrated. Okay. You will say the people in the building did this and many of them had eco-friendly Ganpatis and this is what they did. They okay. You are not going to say that I did it in my house or I did it in my building. Okay, this is what they did in the building, in the area, in the colony. Clear? Okay. Then a write report on the effect of COVID-19 on the lives of people. This is a general report of this year, or you can say the last year has seen the onset of a very widespread pandemic, the COVID-19. Yes, and then you will tell the how it came from, where it started, how people were affected, and how they are still working on the vaccines. They have now brought out the vaccines, and we hope that the vaccines will be able to stop the spread of this uh, uh, a pandemic and bring life back to normal. Okay, so all the rest you will write all the effects of it. Clear? Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can message me. Okay, thank you and do have a good day. Do your homework. Only when you do your homework, you'll understand if you have made a mistake or you haven't understood or you're stuck somewhere. Only then you can ask me. Others, how will you ask me? Okay? So please do your homework. Thank you.